What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, it's Friday, so it's not my day, it's your day. So of course, we're gonna go find Jur, we're gonna see where he's at, we're gonna see what he's got, and we are going to grade him. But first things first, this is pretty much a huge day in Destiny for collectors. A huge day. Before we get to that though, we've got to see our sub of the day. It's Biscuits, absolutely ruining my excitement yesterday by telling me that the crystalline armor looks the same in default as with the Sunglow. Rip the dream. Anyway, over here, Amanda Holiday is selling what might be the rarest ship in Destiny. Well, maybe not anymore if you've seen this video, but the one ship that she has for sale today, and yeah, take a look, my SRL rewards there, where did they go? They don't exist, I can't even pick that up. But this ship right here, the CX-20 Slipper Misfit, has apparently been sold once in the last 605 days. So people that are collecting ships, these rare ship collectors, are just going through the roof. I'm going to go ahead and buy this thing. Like I said, sold once in the last 600 days. That's ridiculous. You've got to pick it up if you're a collector at all. Pick it up and then, I don't know, just delete it. Whatever you want to do with it. As long as you've got it, it'll go to your kiosk and you'll be good. You can say that you've collected this ship. People that don't collect ships or don't care, they're like, whatever, just get over to Jur. Well, that's what we're going to do right now. And Jur's over here by the Crucible guys, but no one is around him, and that always makes me nervous at this time of the day. So, let's go ahead and check out this Ingram. It is Legacy, so that means that you don't have to worry about buying it at all. As far as the gear that we've got for our Titan, though, we've got the Twilight Garrison. And Twilight Garrison is so interesting, because the only thing that happened to the Twilight Garrison was it got nerfed. It got nerfed down to 1 dodge in the air, and yet it's making a comeback. And that just goes to show you how crazy the Crucible is with the design, because since other things got nerfed, all the weapons got nerfed, now a dodge in the air might actually be a really good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and give this thing actually an A. I don't love the Void perks at the end. I think you'll want to rock it out on your Striker or your Sunbreaker. But overall, go ahead and buy a Twilight Garrison if you don't have it. It's making a comeback in the Crucible. And like I said, it's because other things are getting nerfed. If it's all primary battles right now, you're going to have an advantage if you can dodge away, get a better position, and go ahead and shoot off your primary weapon. You're going to start seeing these a lot. I have a feeling. If I'm rocking things out, I don't know, I still might do Armamentarium, but this isn't a bad choice. Moving on to our Hunter, we've got another really interesting exotic. Celestial Nighthawk. So, Celestial Nighthawk does what it does really, really well, but it also is not viable in PvP at all. I don't care if this thing shot for 1,000,000 damage. It only gives you 1 golden gunshot, so you're pretty much wasting it. So, Celestial Nighthawk, in PvP, you're not going to use it. In PvE, it's definitely really nice that it's got all that intellect here, but it's not going to give you a tier 12 build at all, though you don't really need tier 12 in PvE. The problem is Celestial Nighthawk is definitely situational. You're not going to use it for mobbing, but on bosses, especially whenever you've got a boss with a solar burn on, this thing is an absolute monster. It's really tough to go ahead and get a grade on this thing, because like I said, in PvP, it's an F. In PvE, where situations are just in its favor, like even doing Axis whenever you're just firing off the plates, that thing is like an S tier. So I'm going to go ahead and split the middle. I'm going to give this thing a solid B. You should definitely have one as a spare. You should have one in your vault, one ready to go for when the situation arises that you need this thing. You're not going to need it all the time, but whenever the situation arises, you'll be extremely glad that you have it. So Celestial Nighthawk, deserving of a B, and it should be something that just sits there, and you've got it, ready to go ahead and bust out. Now moving on to our Warlock, yet again, it just seems like we're always talking about this, we've got a really interesting piece. Claws used to be a solid A. Now, the length of your Stormcaller melee has been reduced, but it's still effective enough where you could put this on as a build. The problem is, what's really been nerfed is shotguns, and no special ammo. That's your problem. So the shotgun melee combo, you're not really going to see it as much. This thing still could be generally beneficial because what else are you going to put on your Stormcaller? The RAM? Fitting aspects have been nerfed. Void Fang vestments just for automatically starting with a grenade every time you die? I don't know. These things are still generally pretty solid. Not a bad build. I'm going to go ahead and downgrade these though to a B. I'm going to downgrade them to a B because that shotgun melee combo isn't as potent as it was. And because of that, you're probably not going to see these things as much. So I imagine we're probably going to start seeing these fall by the wayside. We'll have to wait and see though. I haven't got on my Stormcaller for a while, so I definitely want to go ahead and try these out whenever I get a chance, but I don't imagine them to be as popular or as amazing as they were. Still, 2 melee charges on any Warlock subclass isn't bad. Not a bad thing at all. So for our weapon, we've got the Hawk Moon, and that's really interesting because not last week, but the week before, Xur also sold the Hawk Moon. At that time, I was like, you know what, you've got to buy the Hawk Moon. The new patch is coming out, hand cannons are going to be really good. We now have the new patch, hand cannons are just god tier. They're absolutely amazing, almost easy mode maybe in the game. Again, 1 critical hit, 2 body shots, the enemy is dead. They outgun the auto rifles. Pulse rifles and scout rifles can get them from a range, but more often than not, Destiny maps are relatively close quarters, so hand cannons are really, really good. If you don't own a Hawk Moon, pick it up. But I can't imagine anybody that doesn't own a Hawk Moon that isn't already jumping at Xur and being like, you know what, I've got to get this thing. Yes, it doesn't hit the max range of the other legendary hand cannons, but it does have all of those extra damaging special bullets, so I think that can make up for it. And it has the amazing Moonglow ornament. Hawk Moon, really nice. Really a cool looking weapon. So I don't know, even though there weren't a lot of people over here by Xur this week, I think his inventory was pretty interesting. If you're relatively new to Destiny and you don't have all the exotics in the game, it's probably worthwhile to go ahead and stop by Xur. Maybe pick something up. It might prove to be useful. Even if you put it in your vault right away, it might prove useful at some point. That's what I think. And what is that Sky J looking at, man? Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Xur, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #interesting.